Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio, and we are working on Froggy Friday. So I had to fix my lupus tray because something happened when it was curing. So I've cleaned it up, sanded stuff down, replaced some stuff, and that is sitting back here. And I'm watching it to make sure we don't have any more issues. I made up a total of, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, let me take care of this real quick. I see a spot. Okay, that should work. Alright, so I mixed up 80 milliliters and I put a coat over the tray, and then the rest I am using for Froggy Friday. We're mixing up some colors here. This one is grass green and this one is coffee. And I did use some mica powder on those flowers right there. I do have eyes in all of them. I am making keychains, frog keychains this week. So we are just going to work with what we have, and if I have to make up a little bit more, I will. So we're going to... These don't take very much. The one that takes the most is this one over here. But we're gonna just layer in some of this green and the coffee color. Hopefully my eyes stay in place. And then I have a couple other greens out here for the other two. And gotta make sure these eyes get covered. And hopefully they stay put. Alright. Looks like we need some more in the toes. So, there's that. So we're going to put away the grass green, and then this one right here is light green. I just dropped some on the mold. Okay. So. Wow. It's gonna be one of these days, huh? I had one of these days the other day. So here is the light green. A little bit more resin in here. This is just Bond Craftor 1-to-1. Do not try and use UV resin with these type of molds, with the pink ones. Now you could with this white, this clear mold over here. As a matter of fact, that's from Resin Rockers, and that is one of their UV molds. But these pink ones you cannot do with, you cannot do that with UV resin. It will not penetrate. You have to have a clear mold. So if you're just starting out, one of the things I recommend is if you're wanting to start out with some inexpensive molds and you're only wanting to do like UV resin, my suggestion would be go to Resin Rockers. They have a whole section of their UV resin approved molds. And they do have like they have this frog, they have a skull, a mini skull, they have there's a baby axolotl in there, I have that one. There's a little snail, I have that one. I have a lot of Resin Rockers, but if you go on there and you're just looking for UV molds, but you want to, you know, get some like little animals or characters, that would be the place I go, because their molds, as long as you buy out of that section, those are all molds that you are able to use UV resin with. But otherwise, you can pick up molds like this off of Amazon or Temu or Shein. You just have to make sure that they are transparent. Some molds will look transparent, but they're actually white, and those will not give you good results either. Have I seen some people use these molds with UV resin? Yes. But you're not going to get the results that you want. And you're going to have to do it in little bitty layers and make sure that you're curing it, you know, 5-10 minutes at a time, which takes you a lot longer. What am I looking for? Okay, now let's do some more. So we're just going to make these into little keychains. And that will be our Froggy Friday this week. Yesterday, my two youngest granddaughters, well, no. The youngest granddaughter graduated from kindergarten and she will be in first grade next year. The second youngest one did not do graduation this year because she is going into third grade. And then the oldest one, she graduates today. She will be a high schooler next year. So we have one. Briella is the youngest. She's the one that will be in first grade. Elise is the second oldest. She is going to middle school. The third oldest is the one that'll be in third grade. So this wasn't a year of graduation for her. And then the oldest one, high school next year. They're getting big. Make sure I get this one filled up. Okay. Yeah. And now we've got this one. And we are going to put phthalo green. And I may have to make up a little more resin. We will see. Clean this one out. We'll just stick it in here. Okay. just want to make sure you get enough up in the toes. Piece of silicone right here. It is a piece of silicone sticking up. Yeah, we might have just enough. Looks like we're gonna make it. That one's not sitting level. That looks better. And another piece of silicone sticking up. Just gonna put the rest of this green into here. There's not much left, so I'll just top this one off completely. Okay. Alright, I'm going to see you guys when we're ready to demold these little frogs. Talk to you soon. Welcome back. And these just came off the heat mat, so they are going to be a little soft. But we'll see if we can get the I cannot speak. Get the keychains made anyway. So here is the first one. Who lost an eye? Where the hell did the eye go? Oh well, I'll have to color him. I'll have to color his eyes. Because I don't know where his eye is. It in there? Where could it have gone? Okay, well, we're going to color him eyes on there. So there's the first one. Here is number 2. This one you have to be real careful with because that right there is super, super thin. Does he have eyes? Got a little cleanup. Oh, he has eyes. They're wonky, but he has eyes. Oh. Yeah, you know what? This is the second time I've tried to put eyes into these guys, and the second time that I've had problems with eyes. So, I don't think we're gonna do eyes on these guys. We're gonna color these guys in because these eyes just are not working. So we will give him some eyes also. I still want to know where this guy's other eye went. Obviously the one stayed in. I don't know if it's because it's how they're placed, where they are in the mold. I don't know, but I'm just going to take the, because there's UV resin over this, which we can just take off. Yep. There we go. There we go. Now he can be fixed. And this one has UV resin on top of him, which we're gonna fix also. Okay. See if this one fared well with his eyes. Here we go. There's that one. Come on, frog. You can get underneath the toes. I need a new frog mold. This one and my other one are getting pretty bad. I've used them way too many times. There we go. Now his eyes stayed. 1 out of 3. Hey. This little piece off of him. There we go. Okay. So there he is. Now, I've been rearranging drawers and bins and everything all morning long. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, let's get these guys some ice. I don't know if it's because these eyes sit basically on top of the head. And that's why I have a problem with them. But he will get some eyes. Okay. Now can I get this piece of UV resin off of here? Let's see. Okay. Now, to make keychain, we're going to take my little drill here, and we are going to Okay. Now, come on. Sometimes my hands, well, they just don't want to work. Drop, 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 drop. Okay guys, I'm gonna go off camera and see if I can struggle on my own here. Okay, took me a while, I struggled, but there we go. There is our keychains. Froggies, froggies and froggies. So, I will see you guys probably tomorrow, maybe. Might do some candles tomorrow. Could be. But until then, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Hit that black bell so you get all the notifications. And make sure you check out the description box for all of your discount codes, including Craftor. And I will have another announcement with what Craftor is coming out with next, probably over the weekend. I will talk to you guys on the next one.